What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I got a small little project to work on today. Let me show you what I got. Oh, my neighbor Jerry just dropped off these small parts. This is for a Jackson Racing Supercharger. And, well, he wants these to be painted in a wrinkle coat. And we also have a valve cover that he wants to touch up. So let me show you guys that part. He also brought me over this valve cover. I wrinkle painted it before for him, but unfortunately he messed it up in a couple areas. As you guys can see here, it got a small little, I guess you could call it blemish. So we're gonna call it a blemish. A couple blemishes here, yeah, throughout the whole valve cover, over here as well. See that? So we're gonna have to fix those blemishes, try to get the best result possible without having to respray the entire valve cover again. And well, let's go ahead and get started. Guys, so I'm done spraying the Jackson Racing Supercharger parts, and I also went ahead and touched up some things on the valve cover. We're gonna see how that turns out. What I ended up doing was getting some dabbers, taking a little bit of the wrinkle paint, spraying it on the dabber, and then going ahead and dab it on some of the areas that I missed. because they're really tiny parts. So we're gonna see how that comes out. I'm basically trying to blend on wrinkle paint. So this is my first time actually doing it. So we're gonna see how it comes out. Hopefully it comes out good and you can't notice the touch-ups. If not, then we're gonna have to respray, unfortunately, the entire valve cover. But hopefully we don't have to, or at least hopefully look halfway decent so that we don't have to, you know, respray the whole valve cover. So we'll see how that turns out. Anyways, I'm gonna turn on my heater, infrared heater, heat up these parts and let them start to wrinkle up. The key with the wrinkle paint is you have to be consistent, but also spray it very heavy. The heavier you spray, the more of a wrinkle effect you will get. If you spray the wrinkle paint and then sand it down and then respray it, you're not gonna have that build and you're gonna have a really crappy wrinkle paint effect. So the thicker it is, the better. Wet, consistent, thick will get you a really nice wrinkle paint job. So we're gonna wait till this starts flashing off and starts wrinkling, and yeah, we'll see what they end up looking like at the very end. Alrighty guys, so parts are starting to wrinkle up. Let me show you what they look like. Overall, I think the parts are coming out real nice. This is still wrinkling off. It's gonna take a while for it to wrinkle off. The problem is, this right now it's about 1 o'clock in the morning and it's getting really cold. So what I ended up doing is grabbing my heat gun, this little guy right here, and heat up the parts. The valve cover came out okay. I'm gonna say it's probably a 5-footer. So basically from here, you cannot see anything, but when you start getting real close, you can actually see a little bit where I touched it up. And the most noticeable part is probably this guy right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's really difficult to touch up wrinkle paint without having to respray the entire thing. So I did my best on this one. I think it's still a pretty good result considering the challenge, but overall I think it came out okay. The parts I really liked were the Supercharger parts. So I think those came out real good. Let me show you some things that you need to be aware of before installing these parts. Went ahead and removed some of the tape that he had here, and there's actually still some sand or beading or blasting material inside. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's actual sand. So you got to be aware of that kind of stuff, because if you were to put this on, bye engine. So it would literally blow sand right into the engine. So you have to be real careful with that. How I heat up these parts, however, is I don't really go direct onto the part. I do, but not entirely. What I'll normally what I'll do is I'll get my heat gun. Let me just use it as an example here. I'll grab my heat gun and put it inside the part, and then go heat up the part from the inside, and that way the whole entire part will get heated up evenly, and then get a much more even wrinkle effect. Same with this part here. I put the heat gun in here and then heat up the entire part, and then that way starts to wrinkle up more evenly. So it actually heats up from the inside out instead of the outside in. And yeah, so these parts came out real nice. Check that out. Like I said, it's still wrinkling off. But we can probably check these out tomorrow. But as of right now, this is what the wrinkle finish looks like. It looks really nice. I really like the wrinkle finish. It looks pretty cool. Check that out right there. You're still seeing the Jackson Racing logo on there, which is pretty nice. I thought it would cover it up, but it actually turned out real nice. I try to get these little intricate parts as best as I can. Looks like it came out pretty good. And then this piping right here looks pretty good as well. And yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be real happy with this result. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it. Little small, little paint job, little wrinkle paint job. It's pretty much all I got for you guys today. We are still working on the Honda Civic. I'm just waiting for a day where I can really start tackling some of the sanding of the jams and the outside and start doing some body work. So that will be in the next video. So that's coming up soon. Probably going to start prepping that this weekend. So for you guys, that'll probably be a next week's video. So anyway, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Stay spraying, stay wrenching. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye.